All right, so cryptocurrency today.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, we're looking at Coinbase specifically
Okay.
and whether it could hit $1 trillion
Yeah.
by 2040.
Ambitious.
It is pretty wild when you think about it.
Yeah.
You sent us this Motley Fool article from December 25th, 2024.
Okay.
And it lays out some really interesting arguments.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, for how it could happen,
Right.
but also why it might not.
Lots of factors.
Yeah, definitely.
What gets me is that we're kind of looking at the whole crypto industry here.
That's true.
Not just like one single company's future.
Exactly.
It's a much bigger picture.
Yeah. So let's back up a bit.
Okay.
For context, Coinbase has come a long way since 2012 when it was founded.
Really just Bitcoin back then?
Yeah, they were just a platform for buying and selling Bitcoin.
Right.
Now they're valued at $70 billion.
That's impressive.
Yeah, their stock's been on this crazy ride too.
Oh yeah, ups and downs.
Up 697% in the past couple of years.
Wow.
But also dips like we saw in 2022.
Makes you wonder.
It does.
Like, is that a kind of things to come or
Yeah.
just a bump in the road?
Right. And the article makes this point that investing in Coinbase is almost like betting on the entire crypto market.
Oh, for sure. And that can be unpredictable.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask.
Okay.
Like, why is Coinbase so tied to how crypto does overall?
Well, part of it's definitely that they make money when people trade a lot.
Right.
But they've been branching out, too.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're not just relying on trading fees.
Okay.
They're offering things like staking rewards.
Staking rewards, okay.
So you basically earn interest.
Got it.
By holding certain cryptocurrencies.
Makes sense.
And custody solutions, too.
Custody solutions.
Yeah, providing secure storage.
Okay.
For like large amounts of crypto assets.
So it's like they're trying to build a more stable income.
Exactly.
Not just relying on transaction fees.
Right, because those fluctuate so much.
With the market.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
They're also investing directly in crypto startups.
Really?
Which you might think,
right.
Wait, wouldn't some of those become competitors?
That's what I was thinking.
And you'd be right.
Yeah.
But it's actually a strategic move.
Okay. How so?
Well, by investing in a bunch of different startups, they're spreading the risk.
Interesting.
So even if some of them do end up competing with Coinbase, they could still profit.
From their success?
Yeah, either through acquisitions or just having a stake in the growth of the whole ecosystem.
So they're kind of hedging their bets.
Exactly.
Like saying, hey, we believe in crypto overall.
Right.
So let's support innovation wherever it happens.
That's a good way to put it.
It's pretty forward thinking.
Especially in a field that's changing so fast.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Wild West.
It really is.
Of finance.
Yeah.
But the author of the article, Neil Patel, he does bring up some doubts.
Oh, yeah.
He's skeptical about whether a lot of the current cryptocurrencies will even survive in the long run.
That's a big question.
Which obviously impacts Coinbase's chances.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of hitting that $1 trillion mark.
Right, if the whole market tanks, Coinbase goes with it.
It makes sense.
And it's not just about the volatility either.
Oh.
He argues that for mass adoption to happen, crypto needs to prove that it's actually better than our current financial system.
Not just like a fad.
Right. It can't just be a speculative asset or something niche.
Okay.
It needs to have real advantages.
Tangible.
Yeah, like in terms of cost, speed, security, accessibility, you name it.
So it's not just about Coinbase's strategy.
It's bigger than that.
It's about whether crypto itself can really deliver.
Can it live up to the hype?
Right.
That's the big question.
And it sounds like Patel's not totally convinced.
He has his doubts.
Okay, so before we get into whether he thinks Coinbase can reach $1 trillion.
Okay.
Let's talk about what they're doing.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
They do have some advantages.
Definitely.
They were early to the game.
Huge advantage.
Like they've got a massive user base.
Yeah.
And the article talks about how they're constantly innovating.
Yeah, always pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, they're not just watching the market evolve.
No, they're trying to shape it.
Exactly.
It's impressive.
Yeah, they've got a lot going for them.
Being a first mover gave them a huge head start.
It did.
Plus a strong brand.
For sure.
Loyal user base.
Yep.
And they're constantly coming out with new products and services.
Right. The article mentioned base layer 2 and the USDC stablecoin.
Yeah, those are big.
Now, I know some of our listeners might not be familiar with those.
Sure.
Can you break them down for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So base layer 2, it's essentially a way to make Ethereum transactions faster and cheaper.
Gotcha.
Which has been a big barrier to wider adoption.
Ethereum's known for being slow.
And expensive.
So
base layer 2 is trying to fix that.
Okay.
And USDC is a stable coin. Okay. Which means its value is pegged to the US dollar.
So less volatile.
Exactly. Much less volatile.
Than something like Bitcoin.
Right.
So these are all about making crypto more user-friendly, appealing to a wider audience.
That's the key.
So it's not just about buying and selling crypto.
No.
It's about building the infrastructure.
It's the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, and the tools to make it more accessible.
And functional for everyone.
Yeah.
That's what makes Coinbase so interesting.
Okay.
They're not just playing the game. Yeah. They're trying to change the rules.
That's a good way to put it. It sounds like they're really trying to be at the forefront of this whole crypto revolution.
Oh, absolutely.
But even with all this innovation, and all these strategic moves, the author doesn't think they'll hit $1 trillion.
He doesn't.
What makes him so pessimistic?
Well, he keeps coming back to this idea of mass adoption.
Okay.
For Coinbase to reach that valuation,
crypto
can't just be for, tech enthusiasts and early adopters.
Right, like us.
Yeah, exactly.
It needs to be
It needs to be everywhere.
Yeah, like the internet.
Or smartphones.
Yeah, just part of everyday life.
Exactly.
So it's not just about Coinbase succeeding.
It's bigger.
It's about a fundamental shift.
Yeah, like how we think about money.
Yeah.
And technology.
I like how you put it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
About like...
your grandma.
Yeah, like... would my grandma use this?
Exactly.
To buy groceries?
To pay her bills.
If she wouldn't...
then we're not there yet.
Right. And I think user-friendliness is huge.
Oh, huge.
Like right now, even buying something simple with crypto.
It can be a pain.
It's clunky.
Confusing.
Not like using Apple Pay or Venmo.
Exactly.
Which are so easy.
You just tap and go.
Yeah.
Crypto needs to get there.
For mass adoption to happen.
Yeah, it needs to be seamless.
Intuitive.
People shouldn't need a computer science degree to figure it out.
And security, too.
Oh, that's a big one.
We hear about all these hacks
and
scams in the crypto world.
It scares people off.
And rightfully so.
You need to feel like your money is safe.
Absolutely.
So yeah, robust security measures and clear regulations
essential
for building trust.
Because right now,
the regulatory landscape
is kind of a mess.
It's like the Wild West.
Yeah, more clarity from governments
would go a long way.
It would make people feel better.
Yeah, about investing.
Okay, so we've got user-friendliness, security, and regulation.
The big three.
All critical for mass adoption.
For sure.
But let's talk about some of the things Coinbase is doing right. To position themselves for success.
Yeah.
Even if those broader challenges aren't fully addressed.
Okay.
The article mentioned diversification.
Yeah.
Like going beyond just trading. Things like staking rewards.
Right.
And custody solutions.
Yeah, what do you think about those?
I think it's smart.
Okay. Why?
Well, remember we talked about how their revenue is tied to the market by offering these other services?
Right.
They're creating new revenue streams.
That aren't dependent on trading volume.
Exactly.
That's smart.
So even if Bitcoin crashes, they still have other ways to make money.
They're more resilient.
It's a more resilient business model.
To the ups and downs.
Yeah, to the volatility.
Exactly.
And their investments in startups.
That's interesting.
I think so too.
What do you think about that?
Well, it shows they're not afraid to compete. And they're willing to bet on the long-term growth.
Of the whole ecosystem.
The whole thing.
Even if some of those startups
become competitors, they could still benefit.
Right. It's a long game.
It is.
They're playing the long game.
It's like they're saying, look, we believe in crypto. No matter who wins.
You're going to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's bold.
It is.
But it makes sense.
Given the uncertainty.
In this space.
Oh, yeah. Anything could happen.
So we've talked about the big challenges facing crypto adoption.
Right.
And we've discussed what Coinbase is doing to position themselves.
Okay.
But let's get back to that $1 trillion question.
Yeah.
Is it really possible?
Well, it's a long shot.
Yeah.
The author is skeptical.
Rightfully so.
He thinks crypto needs to prove itself.
Yeah.
Like really prove itself.
To be better than the existing system.
Significantly better.
Not just a little bit better.
Right. It needs to be a no-brainer.
Okay.
Like why would you use the old system?
When this is so much better.
Exactly.
It's a tall order.
It is.
So it's not just about technology.
It's about
changing perceptions.
Habits.
Yeah.
The way we think about money.
Okay, but let's play pretend for a minute.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Let's say crypto does overcome all those hurdles.
All right.
It becomes mainstream.
Widely accepted.
Everyone's using it.
Seamlessly integrated into our lives.
What would it take for Coinbase
to
become the first trillion-dollar crypto company?
Okay. I like this scenario.
Paint me a picture.
All right, so first of all,
Yeah.
they'd need to stay on top.
The market?
Yeah. Right now, they're one of the biggest players. But the competition is fierce.
New platforms popping up all the time.
All the time.
So they can't get complacent?
No, they got to keep innovating.
Yeah.
Expanding their services.
Attracting new users.
Basically be the go-to platform.
For all things crypto.
The one everyone trusts.
That's ambitious.
It is.
But hey, we're talking about $1 trillion.
Right, so we got to think big.
And that trust.
Yeah.
It's built on transparency, a seamless user experience.
That's key.
And they need to handle regulations well.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
Because even in a world where everyone's using crypto, governments are still going to be involved.
Oh, for sure. They'll want their say.
Yeah.
So navigating that landscape effectively?
Crucial.
Absolutely.
Favorable regulations could be huge.
For the whole industry.
But restrictive ones could stifle everything.
It's a tightrope walk.
It is. And there's another thing.
Okay, what's that?
Global expansion.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, they're focused on the U.S., but to reach $1 trillion,
they need to go global.
Tap into new markets.
All over the world.
So it's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Maintaining market leadership, navigating regulations, expanding globally.
A lot of moving pieces.
If they can do all that, and the stars align for crypto, maybe that $1 trillion valuation.
It's not so crazy after all.
It's still a long shot.
It is.
But it's fun to think about.
It's definitely possible.
It makes you realize that even in this world
of rapid change, some things stay the same.
What do you mean?
Strategy. Execution. Adaptability.
Those are always important. No matter what industry you're in.
It's the fundamentals.
Yeah, the fundamentals.
They never go out of style.
And remember, this is just one perspective.
From one article.
There's always more to learn.
Always more to consider.
These deep dives are a great starting point.
I agree.
For further exploration and discussion.
Sure.
So, as we wrap up this whole deep dive into Coinbase, and this potential journey to $1 trillion.
It's a wild ride.
What's the biggest takeaway?
I think for me, it's that Coinbase's story. It's really a reflection of the crypto industry itself.
Interesting.
It's all about innovation, disruption, and a whole lot of unknowns.
A lot of unknowns.
It shows how even the most promising companies are still at the mercy of this volatile market.
Yeah, it's constantly evolving.
Every single day.
It reminds us that no matter how innovative you are, there are these larger forces at play that can influence things.
Especially in a field like crypto.
Yeah. I mean, it's so new.
It's still the early days.
So for our listener,
I
think this really highlights
the
importance of staying informed.
Oh, yeah.
Being critical
of the information you come across.
Right, because there's a lot out there.
So much information.
And drawing your own conclusions.
Don't just take things at face value.
Yeah. Think for yourself.
Exactly.
Whether you're a crypto expert
or just starting out,
understanding these forces
shaping the industry
is essential.
It really is.
So to leave everyone with a final thought-provoking question.
I like it.
Let's go back to that idea
of
Coinbase hitting $1 trillion. What would have to happen for that to become a reality?
Oh, man, what a world that would be.
Paint me a picture.
Right, so imagine a world where crypto isn't this niche thing.
Right.
It's not just for tech people.
Yeah.
It's a fundamental part of our financial system.
So everyone's using it.
Everyone from your grandma to like major corporations.
Wow.
Blockchain technology underpinning everything.
Not just financial transactions?
Right, but like supply chains.
Okay.
Voting systems.
Interesting.
Maybe even digital identities.
So we're talking about a future where crypto isn't just about speculation and investment.
It's deeper than that.
It's about transforming.
Yeah, how we interact with the world.
It's a whole new way of doing things.
Exactly.
And in that world, if Coinbase stays on top,
if they remain a leader,
they could become this central hub
a bridge.
Yeah, between the old system
and this new crypto ecosystem.
I can see how that kind of change
that level of adoption
could push them
to those heights.
to $1 trillion.
It's not impossible.
But it also shows how much uncertainty there is.
Oh, yeah. So many different paths this could take.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
It's like watching history unfold.
Whether Coinbase reaches $1 trillion or not,
yeah,
the journey will be fascinating.
absolutely.
So to our listener,
yeah,
keep exploring this space.
this is curious.
Form your own opinions
About the future of crypto.
and the companies shaping it.
Who knows what will happen?
Maybe one day we'll look back
and be amazed
at how much the world has changed.
It's incredible to think about.
Until then,
Yeah,
keep learning, keep questioning,
and keep diving deep.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.